Every government agency does. We all break the law, and
Oh, I wouldn't agree with that, but I would hope that wouldn't be the case.
yeah, we all break the law, and for guys like Blair to come in and use his colleagues to try to get information and expose us for that is, if the people were able to see what our agencies are actually doing, they would lose complete and total faith in the government. And that is what we need to
I'm going to have to stop this call now because I don't agree with you. Please call Dale Morrison. Okay, thank you very much for calling.
All right,
bye-bye.
Bye. So I'm going to try and give you a quick backstory here to give context to this phone call. Some New Mexico residents made open records requests to some state agencies. Those state agencies broke the law on responding to those records requests. These New Mexico residents hired attorney Blair Dunn to sue these state agencies for refusing to give them their records. Blair Dunn is a well-known attorney in the state of New Mexico, well-known for fighting for people's individual liberties, and well-known for trying to hold the government accountable to its own laws. So after Blair Dunn files suit for these guys, the state's attorney, Anothony Sclafani, sends out an email to what appears to be, I believe, every state agency in the state of New Mexico saying, hey, we've got this guy, Blair Dunn, who is suing us because we broke the law. And we are wondering if he is suing you as well. And we are wondering if you will essentially work with us to conspire against Blair and his clients to try to shut them down, even though all they're doing is trying to make us obey the law. Let me pick out some of my favorite lines in this email. There are approximately 35 state agencies and departments in New Mexico. If Blair Dunn and his clients have sent 10 to 11 IPRA requests each, that's close to 400 IPRA requests. No one needs that much information. In the next sentence, he declares that the general counsels of the New Mexico state agencies met recently and addressed Blair Dunn as a concern. In other words, attorneys that are representing government in different cases around the state of New Mexico met together and addressed Blair Dunn as a concern, meaning a concern as in what? I mean, in this email, he articulates that, yes, they broke the law and Blair Dunn is coming after them for it. He then states that this is the only way we can stop Blair Dunn. Please help. And then he petitions lawyers from all over the state of New Mexico to stop Blair Dunn from trying to make the government obey their own rules. Anyways, I called up Anothony Sclafani to talk to him about it.
This is Tony Sclafani.
Hey, Tony, how you doing this afternoon?
Okay, how are you?
I'm doing good. Hey, this is James. I got forwarded an email from you about Blair Dunn and these guys attacking us over open record stuff. Have you been able to get in contact with everyone you needed to already?
I don't know exactly what you're referring to. I don't know exactly what you mean.
Oh, okay. Well, I was forwarded an email.
Where? I'm sorry. Where are you? What agency are you from, and what's your phone number?
I want to stay anonymous because I work for an agency that is they like what Blair Dunn is doing, and if they found out I was talking to you, they'd probably start coming after me. But I'm with you on this.
You can see my problem with that, right? Because then I don't know that you aren't Blair Dunn or somebody with Blair Dunn, so I can't really speak to you. All I know is I sent a request for the number of IPRAs to the state agencies in the state. If you have received a request for that request, my colleague who had me send the request is asking me to asking if you would send an affidavit to us saying we got this request about that request on this date at this time, and send us the new request from Blair Dunn for that original request.
Okay, all right. And what's an email address that I can forward you things to?
nm.gov.
Okay. The only concern that I have is that I've been dealing with Blair for quite a while, and he does IPA requests on everything that we send back and forth. He's been doing it to me for a long time, and it looks like he's starting to do it to you now as well. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can get you information without Blair knowing that it's me giving it to you.
Over the phone, right? Because then there's no written record.
That would probably be best. But, I mean, we've been dealing with him for a long time, and we've realized that he's not going to stop. And I've been in government for a long time, and I've never seen anybody try and fight for the people like this. And it's really starting to cause problems within our department, right?
There's more requests going to CYFD. They've received, I think, about 400, or maybe more, maybe 450.
Okay.
So that's that really you should really be talking to. I don't know why they haven't tried to do anything before now. If they're even trying to do anything about it now, you know.
Yeah, what he's been doing to us is he uses news agencies, and those news agencies will do a whole bunch of open records requests on us, and then go and publish it. Has he been doing that to you guys?
Not as far as I know, not yet. But you know, if it works, I'm sure he may one day.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is, have you even figured out why they're doing this stuff? I mean, who even needs this much information anyways, right?
Yeah, again, I really don't, I'm not comfortable without getting your information and your callback number, talking about our, my colleague's strategy.
I can give you my personal cell phone number. I do not want to give you the number to my office. Again, there's some guys in here who like what Blair's doing. But you want my personal cell phone number?
Yeah, I don't know how much that'll help, but sure.
What number do you want then? I mean, I could give you my office number, but then everything's going to get IPRA'd. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? You probably should talk to my colleague. He's probably the best one to talk to about that. His name is Dale Morrison. I can give you his cell number.
Yeah, sure.
505-469-2070, because everything is going to go through him anyway.
Okay.
He's a higher level attorney here.
Okay. It's Dale Morrison, you said?
Yeah.
All right. He kind of heading this whole thing up to try to...
he's the one that had me do the requests for the number of IPA requests, and he's the one having me ask everybody who's receiving an IPA request about my request for the IPA request to each agency, having me ask all the people calling about those to send an affidavit with the request attached saying when they got it and that it was sent by Blair Dunn.
I'm going to say I don't even know if I trust this guy then, because he's got to know that Blair IPA requests everything we send. And this guy told you to send emails through the system that Blair can IPA? It sounds like he... look, man, well, I don't mean to...
The problem with doing it over the phone was whatever numbers we got, Blair Dunn could just deny, and then we would have no recourse, right? So we had to get something in writing. That was the issue.
Okay. Look, you call me a conspiracy theorist, I apologize. It's just that I've seen the way this guy works, and if you're able to IPRA it, this guy thinks that he's entitled to all government records. And I think you've realized that at this point, right? That him and
Well, no, I don't deny that he is. We just have a problem with him making the requests and abusing the system. Although there's whether there's something in the law or whether I believe there should be something in the law saying you can't abuse the system and make unlimited IPA requests, hoping that a state agency misses a few so you can make some money. I think there should be a law stating that, but whether it's relevant dealing with the judge and probably the appellate court. So
okay, yeah. All right.
That's something that's probably better discussed with Dale, though, because he's heading up this strategy.
All right. So for you guys, it's really just the number of requests that they're doing. Because with us, what it is that they keep exposing us for breaking the law, and every government agency does. We all break the law, and you know.
Oh, I wouldn't agree with that, but I would hope that wouldn't be the case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe you're not in. That might actually be why your colleague had you send the IPRs out to basically put you out in the line of fire. Maybe he's trying to have you taken out. But yeah, we all break the law, and you know, for guys like Blair to come in and use his colleagues to try to get information and expose us for that is, you know, if the people were able to see what our agencies are actually doing, they would lose complete and total faith in the government. And that is what we need to
I'm going to have to stop this call now because I don't agree with you. Please call Dale Morrison. Okay, thank you very much for calling.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Anothony Sclafani's own email articulates that his clients, these government agencies, did break the law. He doesn't deny that one bit. Their only argument in defense is that the government should be allowed to break the law and shouldn't be held accountable. And yet he has the nerve to sit there on the phone with me and claim that he doesn't know that the government breaks the law. Just so you know, this is what your tax dollars pay for. Not only did your tax dollars pay for open records clerks who refuse to fill records, but now your taxes are paying for attorneys to try to fight in court and say that they shouldn't have to obey the law. If you guys have information for the government's attorneys about how to stop Blair Dunn,
he needs your legal advice.
Stop breaking the law, asshole!
Anothony Sclafani's contact information is listed below. Also, it appears that Blair Dunn has caused these government officials to shed a lot of tears. Therefore, I will also include physical addresses where you guys can send tissues and get well soon notes.